Daniel Jones signing with the Minnesota Vikings, which, to be fair, not the most surprising thing, considering that, you got a cable backup now. And like Axel said, you don't have to worry about other QBs beating in the playoffs. Daniel Jones did it. So 5D chess right there. Don't got to worry about that.
Get rid of the one guy who wrecked your season.
Yep.
Or sign the one guy who wrecked your season. Smart move.
Well, Daniel Jones has another opportunity to go into the postseason. Can I just say, what if we just set up this scenario where Sam Darnold, right? Maybe he comes out for a play, but it's the final play of the game, and Daniel Jones throws a game-sealing interception, and now for the second time, Daniel Jones beats the Vikings in the playoffs. I'm just saying, I want to live in that world. I would very much like to live in the world where Daniel Jones is responsible for 2 Vikings losses in the playoffs.
Sure.
I want to live there. I want to pick up my bags, and I want to go there.
That situation not going to happen. The amount of insanity that would have to run through Kevin O'Connell's head to be like, we got this game in the bag. Let me put in Dan Jones, and instead of kneel the ball, I want him to fire one downfield for us.
That's it. Dan Jones, he goes to kneel it. He's like, I still got this. This is fine. I'm going to get my confidence back. Just Brett Favre's it right over the middle. Pick 6. Done. Game over.
A more likely scenario, Sam Darnold gets hurt in a game in the playoffs where the Vikings are ahead and Dan Jones comes in and gradually they lose the game by mistakes he makes.
I'll never wish injury on Sam Darnold, but
I'm saying that's the only way it could happen.
If there's a scenario where Daniel Jones can lose the Vikings another playoff game, I will happily take it.
Nice.
Happily. We'll see, D. All right? We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll come down. We'll come down. Isaiah,
this is interesting for a few reasons. One, you just don't see teams release guys like Isaiah. That caught me off guard. Talking about Dan Jones, your dog died. That does suck. We are sorry. Sometimes you guys just hit us with terrible news, and it stunts me. I don't want to ignore it, but I'm sorry. Dan Jones, alive, not dead. But he's been released by the Giants. He was released by the Giants. Tom, they get me. They get me. It just derails my transition.
Daniel Jones, not dead. I don't know.
The Giants did not put Daniel Jones down.
My God.
I'm so they let him go. They opened the gates and they let him go. All right. That's what they
go to a nice farm upstate. He gets to run around. Yeah. There's open, wide fields. He loves it there.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Daniel Jones going to see that happen. And then Jones clears waivers, right?
Yeah.
Because teams, I think they have more respect for quarterbacks than any other position. We'll let this man choose his destiny.
Sure.
Which is nice. And then it comes out that he wanted to go play for a contender, which I understand.
So why go to the Vikings?
And then I think it was Schefter today said he wanted to go to a place with a nurturing offensive head coach. And Kevin O'Connell checked all those boxes. Contender, nurturing head coach, which I thought was an interesting choice of words. I should double check to see who said that. I feel like it was Schefter or Rappaport. But does that mean he didn't feel like Brian Daboll was nurturing enough? It's just an interesting little tidbit to be thrown out there.
Well, and
I do think he helps the Vikings in that they get a big upgrade at backup QB right now.
Absolutely. And even if Sam Darnold doesn't get re-signed, right? There's potential there, because you're going to have JJ next year. And and have folks battle it out in camp. Perna also got a fitty. But to your point, I think maybe it's the perception of the league, but it's also what I've heard about KOC has been very positive in his relationship with players. Yeah. And we've also gotten a glimpse into that, right? Like that clip that went viral a couple weeks ago with Anthony Richardson, right? Which has aged very well, in which he's like, hey, you're going to be in here a long time, really hyping up. We talked about it on the show and just hyping up Anthony Richardson and giving him all the positivity there. So I'm not surprised that this is a place where, hey, he's already doesn't have to compete to be a backup, right? Like he's going to be an upgrade, like you said. And two, depending on how Sam Darnold does, like he might be able to get some playing time and is working with, an offense that has been doing well this year. So yeah, I think KOC is a good coach to want to go to. And because I think he's a good coach. I thought he was a good coach when the Vikings grabbed him. So I just wish
Dan Jones wanted to be nurtured by Cock, and now he's going to be nurtured by Cock.
Yep. That's
come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Any super chat that has a 4 in it from now on getting that clip. KOC, Daniel Jones, new, big, nurturing KOC.
Hey, that has a 4 in it, Brandon.
What's that?
That's got a 4 in it.
Okay, you're
come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
This is gonna be one of those shows. But yeah, no, I like this move for the Vikings. One, because like I said, I hope Daniel Jones loses them another playoff game. But two, I think that this is a good move in terms of just shoring up backup QB. God forbid anything happens to Sam Darnold.
God forbid.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. They had Mullins and Brett Ripp in there. So that's
an upgrade. That's an upgrade. I think Daniel Jones, his trajectory is likely going to be bring him in during the offseason in camp, potentially for that pseudo, but maybe QB1 backup role.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like you bring in a rookie quarterback and you're starting him and you're like, all right, let's see if Daniel Jones can outplay this rookie quarterback and maybe we can sit the guy for a bit. That's where I see him going, like just to someone who's going to get, and there's going to be teams that get brand new quarterbacks, in this coming offseason in the draft. And then they bring in a guy to compete and or to be the QB1 until they're ready for their rookie to take over.
Yeah. Dan Jones to me feels like he is on his, the beginning of his journey of a great, great veteran backup quarterback.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, again, he's a capable quarterback, which I don't think he's going to get a huge payday unless he has like a Sam Darnold resurgence.
Yeah.
And gets an opportunity. Payday. But that's also why I think for Daniel Jones, you want to go to like a KOC because you could just learn from them, get nurtured, right? But it's more of there's not going to be a ton of pressure. You won't have to play, but you have the opportunity to, and you can refine some of your skills before next season where you're going to be looking for a new job.
Yeah. And by skills, throwing the football.
Be backing up Darnold next year. Oh, it's 444.
You got Darnold, Danny, and then JJ?
That's it. I think the Vikings should give a $100 million contract to Sam Darnold. JJ McCarthy should get traded to the Falcons so that they have 2 quarterbacks that they really have no idea about. And maybe one of them will work out.
Yeah. Or they send JJ to the Jets so the Jets can ruin him and then they'll take him back when they're ready to cultivate him.